Hi students, today we are going to discuss about the chapter that is stars and the solar system. So myself Vivek Sajan teaching you science subject in Chandrakant Patil Central School, Kalburgi. So let us start the lesson that is stars and solar system. So Paheli and Bojo visited their grandparents' village during the summer break. After dinner they went on the roof of the house. It was a clear, cloudless night. They were surprised to see a large number of bright stars in the sky. They had never seen such a beautiful scene in their city. So Paheli and Bojo, they visited the grandparents' village. After the dinner, they went on the roof and they were very excited to see the bright objects like star in sky. So they have never seen such a wonderful and beautiful scene in their city also. Paheli wondered why the village sky was so different from the night sky in big cities. Her grandfather explained that due to the bright light, smoke and dust, the sky in big city is rarely clear. Due to the dust particles and bright lights and smoke, we can't see the clear night in cities or big cities. But in villages we have very less pollutants, very less smoke and very less dust. So that's why we can see the clear sky in villages. Okay. So our grandparents were cleared the topic about this chapter. Associated with them, night sky watching can be fascinating experience at a place where there are no bright lights and the atmosphere is clear. Look at the sky on a dark, clear night. You can see the entire sky dotted with countless stars, some bright and some not so bright. Observe them carefully. You can see the different types of bright objects, and some are very light brightness they are having. So like that we are having different types of objects in the sky. Do all of them appear to twinkle? Do you find any star like object which does not twinkle? The object which do not twinkle are planets. The object which do not twinkle, they are known as planet. They have given in this chapter. The object which have their own light, they are said to be as stars. The moon is the biggest object in this night sky. The stars, the planets, the moon and many other objects in the sky are called celestial objects. See here what they have said means the star, the moon, the planets and many other objects in the sky are said to be as celestial objects. So the objects which can be seen in the sky, they are said to be as celestial objects like moon, planets, stars and other objects which are known as celestial body. Okay. The study of celestial objects and associated phenomena is called astronomy. The study of celestial object and associated phenomena is known as astronomy. In ancient India, our astronomers performed methodical observation of sky. Their knowledge of astronomy was highly advanced for their time. So passage of sun, star, moon and planet in the sky helped them to devise calendar and other criterias. Okay. So this they have created in their time only the calendars. They have used the time periods and they have created their own calendars also at their time period only. So their astronomy was very advanced at that time only. Okay. In the ancient time only they have very advanced astronomical concepts. They were often used by people in their day-to-day conduct and a better understanding of climate and rainfall patterns for timely sowing and choose of crops, fixing the dates of seasons and festivals. They have in ancient time only they have the knowledge about the cropping pattern, the rain patterns and climatical conditions like heavy droughts, summer, winter, rainy season like that. They have the concept in the So ancient time only they will fix the dates for season also, for festival also they were fixing like this. They have made their own calendars also. So let us also make them some observation of celestial objects and learn about them. So firstly they have taken the celestial object, the moon. Okay, so is there a change in the shape of the moon every day? So are there days when the shape of the moon appear to be perfectly round? So are there days when the moon cannot be seen at all even in the sky is clear? So there are some days in which moon can be seen fully clearly in the sky, and some days the moon disappears. Okay, you all know about that. So the day on which the whole disk of moon is visible is known as full moon day. So the day in which we can see the full moon, so that day is known as full moon day. So thereafter every night the size of the bright part of the moon appears to be so thinner and thinner. After the full moon day, after the upcoming days, in upcoming days, the moon size is going to be decreased, thinner and thinner. Often the 15th day moon is not visible. So after the full moon day, 15th day, the moon will disappears. Okay. So this day is known as new moon day. So when the moon completely disappears, that day is known as the new moon day. The next day only a small portion of the moon appears in the sky. So this is known as crescent moon. Okay. Then again the moon grow larger every day. On the 15th day once again we get a full moon day. Okay. The various shapes of the bright part of the moon as seen during a month are called phases of the moon. Phases of the moon we can see in the during the month. So phases of the moon plays an important role in our social life. Almost all festivals in India are celebrated according to the phases of the moon. For example, Diwali is celebrated on the new moon day. Buddha Purnima and Guru Nanak Jayanti, our birthday, are celebrated on the full moon day. Mahashivratri is also celebrated on 13th night of waning moon. So Eid ul Fitr is observed on the day following the sighting of crescent moon. Okay. So time period between the full moon to the next full moon is slightly larger than 29 days. In many calendars this period is called a month. Okay. From 129th day to another 29th day, this is known as month we have considered. Okay. So let us try to understand why phases of moon occurs. So you have studied in chapter 16 that the moon does not produce its own light, whereas the sun and other stars do. So moon does not have their own light, but stars have their own light. Okay. So we see the moon because the sunlight falling on it gets reflected towards us. Whatever we see in seeing the moon, that is the reflection of sunlight. Okay, that is the just reflection of sunlight. We therefore see only that parts of moon from which the light of the sun is reflected towards us. The which part of the light is reflected from the moon, that part only we are going to see. So other part we can't see the moon. Okay. So moon is visible due to the reflection of sound. This is the how. So on which part of the moon the sun rays are falling, and that part is visible, other part is not visible. Okay. So positions of the moon in its orbits and its corresponding phases also. So this is the phase. We can see how the sun rays are coming from this direction to the and which are falling on the moon. That portion is going to be see the moon. Okay. So remember that the moon revolves around the earth along with the moon revolves around the sun. So moon will revolve around the earth, the moon and earth both will revolve around the sun. Can you now guess the relative positions of the sun, moon and the earth on the day of full moon day and the day of the new moon? Sketch it. Okay, you can sketch it. Okay, these positions in your notebook. So in which part of the sky would you look for the full moon? The size of the illuminated part of the moon visible from the earth increases each day after the new moon day. So after the full moon day, the sunlight part of the moon visible from the earth decreases in size every day. So we have learned in the earlier session only. The moon completes one rotation on its axis as it completes one revolution around the earth. So how the moon will complete one rotation on its axis as it completes one revolution around the earth. Okay, so it completes one rotation, so when it completes the one revolution around the earth. Okay, the moon surface, the moon is the fascinating object for poets and storytellers, but when astronauts landed on the moon, they found that the moon surface is dusty and barren. So there is a lot of stories which are created on the moon, you also know and I also know about that part. But whenever the astronauts landed on the moon, they saw there, so moon is very dusty and moon surface is barren. There are many craters of different sizes, so it also has a large number of steps and high mountains. Some of these are as high as highest mountains on the earth. You can see the surface of the moon in this picture also. This is the surface of moon. The moon has no atmosphere. As the earth has the atmosphere, like that the moon does not having any atmosphere. It has no water also. So can any life exist on the moon? So without atmosphere, without water, how the life can exist on the moon? So it is impossible. So did you know on July 21st, 1969 Indian time, the American astronaut Neil Armstrong landed on the moon for the first time. He was followed by Edwin Aldrin, an astronaut on the moon surface. You can see in this picture Neil Armstrong, who landed on the moon for first time on the July 21st, 1969. Okay, so this is all about the moon. So this is enough for today class. If you have any doubts in this chapter, you can comment. So if you have any doubts until now what we have seen the topics, you can comment in the comment box. We will give the suggestion for our doubts also. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye guys.